Yo, what's up guys? Atlas back here with some more Retro Cup. So yeah, TeleDAD. Who doesn't know this deck, right? Dark Arm Dragon, triple Emotion Teleport, triple Allure, triple Destiny Draw, pre-errata Crush card, 3 Solemn Judgment, Trap Dust Shoot. Man, so many strong cards in one deck. The extra deck isn't that strong. Only real interesting thing is the pre-errata Goyo Guardian. This was when it was still generic. But yeah. Interesting deck list. Definitely a heavy beatdown deck. Once a dead gets going, it's very hard to stop. Now this is still with Ignition ruling, so if this gets summoned, even if you bottomless it at least gets to destroy one card. Whew. And of course then there's Twilight. Twilight, aka Chaos Lightsworn. It's at least one of the Chaos Lightsworn variants that's out there. Nowadays you have Twilight Sworn. I think that's potentially from Konami as a tribute to the original Twilight deck. 2 Judgment Dragons. A Dark Arm Dragon, 2 Gale Sorcerers, very strong boss monsters back then still. Double Beckoning Light to ensure you get any Judgment Dragons in case you mill it. Heavy Storm to blow out back row, quite a strong synchro lineup with the Plague Spreader. Yeah, this is quite an interesting deck list, quite an interesting matchup. I think it's anyone's game. So Twilight gets to go first, which is something you like as Lightwood's player. Also Lumina, mill 3, gets a Wolf and a Necro Gardener, must be nice. That player, however, can't complain either. Stratos probably gonna search the Doomlord as an allure target, makes sense, right? Opens a heavy back row lineup. Opponent will just opt to use the Necro Guardian to prevent any monster from being killed. Trap Dust Shoot, get rid of the dead just in case, very heavy and strong boss monsters you don't want to deal with. He forgot about the Heavy Storm, I think, or he just assumed it was in his hand. And he had to pay the price. That's a very tough hit for TeleDAD. Now Lumina mills second Wolf already, that's very, very devastating. And TeleDAD just doesn't really have playable hands anymore. With the current cards in his hand. But, you know, theoretically could top deck himself out of here, but this is just too much damage. And Twilight takes an early game 1. TeleDAD, however, just wants to go second, so Twilight gets to start again. Summoning the Jane, only milling 2 this time. No Wolf this time, no sacking. Now, honestly, you can probably assume Twilight doesn't really have heavy back row, still decides to nuke it. Straddles, just search something, try to crash, but honest hits hard. At this point you're just screwed as the TeleDAD player, you probably have to assume they will be going for OTK. But they don't really have the power yet, they need some better mills before they can start one turn killing you. Now with so many mills you would assume there's a Wolf there, and there is. There it is, the Wolf, the 2100 beat stick, basically free. Doomlord, this seems like an odd play, but it makes sense. Just means you get crush guarded. Boom, suddenly your hand's only 2 Necro Gardeners, which are you gonna do with a Necro Gardener? Especially if you draw it, it's just not that good. Diamond Dude, can you get a spell? Nope, that's a Sanguine. Just able to kick over Necro Gardener, I mean he knew the Necro Gardener was there, so it makes sense, right? I have a Lumina, very good top deck in this situation, as it means you can just start hitting back. And TeleDAD's in a tough spot right now. This is definitely not the position you want to be in. Now, luckily, he didn't mill any Wolves this time. Brain Control. Okay, that's interesting. Not sure if he would have made the same line of play. Maybe Summon Mali would have been better. But at least this magical android will start healing. In such a clutch situation, the life points might actually matter from the magical android. The Lightsworn player, I mean, at this point he might be milling to that. I mean, Destiny Draw, very lucky. Change the E-Tele to ensure he doesn't draw the Crebons off the E-Tele. At least decreases the chances of it happening. Without Rule of Archfiend, some nice additional source of healing. The Necro Gardener will likely be preventing that. Got lucky that didn't get dropped yet. Anyways, Magical Android healing for even more now, and suddenly TeleDAD's in a more safer spot again. Not the best draw you can have. Mistworm, very devastating, except there's a Solemn Judgment there. Nice try, Twilight, not gonna happen though, says the TeleDAD player as he sends Crebons, second Thought Ruler. Double Thought Ruler. I mean, at this point, Stardust would have been better. In fact, Red Dragon Archfiend would have kicked for game. Heavy misplay from TeleDAD, but it doesn't really matter. Could have cost him the game, but it didn't in the end. Rota gets a Dark Refer, but honestly at this point it's just overkill. Heals up by the effective Thought Ruler, and then just kicks for game with the Dark... Nope. Kicks for game with the Thought Ruler. And that's a game to TeleDAD. So, 1-1. Twilight opts to start, and That's a nice hand. Wow, that's what you like to see as Light One player. Okay, Lumina, Geralt, okay, so he just wants to create for additional draws, makes sense, can't blame him. But doesn't get any. What a shame. Rota into Dark Greffer, now this is very strong. Yeah. And you know, it's Twilight, the back row is not going to be that heavy, just makes a Stardust Dragon in case it's something bad, but it's probably not going to be that bad. Ultracuria, but it just doesn't have enough attack. At this point you have to assume he's setting up for a Dark Iron Dragon, but I mean, is it really going to be enough in the first place? Nope. He decides to go for the Beckoning Lights, should have set Solar Recharge I think, but it wouldn't really have mattered at this point, I'm not sure. Probably. Anyways, Mistworm for 3. That's a blowout card if I've seen one. Good old Mistworm before Trishula was a thing, this was commonly played instead. I remember it coming out, anyways. Yeah. Sangan searches the Sniper Hunter, now this is very devastating. Once per turn, basically, for those that don't know the card, well, you can read it. Discard a card, target the card to the field, roll 6-sided dice. If you roll anything that isn't a 1 or 6, you destroy the card. That's just very devastating in such a situation. It's very RG heavy, but if you're able to get this effect off multiple times, it's just a very strong card. Stratos will even search this card for the Sniper Hunter, very strong. Sniper Hunter now, even if it misses, it's, can do it again. Playing around any potential face down. I don't think Twilight plays a Snowman Eater, but maybe the Raikou, you know, something like that could be dangerous. Now, I'm not sure if this list even plays Raikou either. Don't think I've seen it yet so far. Might be wrong though, might just be having a bad memory. But yeah, Necroguard is just not going to be enough, and that's another game to TeleDAD. 2-1. Twilight starts yet again, but no, Lights want to discard for the Solar Recharge, and that's a bricky hand if I've ever seen one. At this point, yeah, I'm not sure what the correct play is, honestly. I just say, yeah, go for the man in attack position, tribute Crush card next turn. Don't be too greedy on it. And that's probably going to be a heavy hitter. Ooh, yeah, that Hand of Twilight, it's nothing. There's like no cards in his hand. And, I mean, devastating, very devastating. Itele is going to be clutch. You know, it's Twilight, the back row doesn't mean shit, so you're probably just going to go for the OTK here. Does he have the OTK though? No. Well, there was the Necroguard, so of course he could have OTK if he wants to. Good call in that case. This time it's just a Plague Spreader, and that's just free real estate for TeleDAD, as it just crushes Twilight, and that's a 3-1 to TeleDAD. Oh TeleDAD, oh TeleDAD. The dad didn't even come out once, but Emerge to Teleport, especially in early matchups like this, early 5Ds matchups, it's just such a strong card, just a free tuner. Malicious, also very strong. It's just the synergy in this deck, it's really, really strong. People might not realize that, but a lot of these cards have amazing synergy. Synchro lineup, it might not seem that strong, but Magical Android, I mean, it's still 2400 attack, for example, you know, it adds up. Twilight, it's a brick heavy deck, I mean, this shouldn't be the biggest surprise ever, but you still hate to see it happen. Yeah, kind of sad really, but you know, that's just how these kind of things work. Sometimes you get lucky, and well, sometimes you saw this matchup. Well, that's what happens when you run cards like Guild Sorcerer and Judgment Dragon or Tragodia. They're good cards, but if you run them at the wrong timing, they can just totally break your hand, and well, you saw the result. So TeleDAD moves on. Sorry Twilight, but you're demoted to the losers bracket. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, next matchup it's Fish against Diva Hero. Two decks you probably haven't seen that much yet. We'll talk about the decks in the next episode. Or well, the next Retro Cup battle, whatever you want to call it. Hope you guys liked the video. See you guys next time. Atlas signing out.